Yeah.
I love that character, John McClane. I bought it for the second one, albeit it was a stretch, but I said, okay. Third one had Samuel Jackson, so it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a fun movie. Yeah.
But see, that's where you said this is not Die Hard anymore.
Right.
But I'll ride with it. Stop. And we got this fourth one. That's not even Die Hard, man. I'm sorry. That is not Die Hard.
I tell you what, though. I love the hell out of that goddamn movie. It was just I love that goddamn movie. Anytime where a guy is beating the shit out of a tiny Asian woman and he just does not care. I mean, he didn't only beat this Asian woman down. He ran her ass over with a goddamn truck.
Okay.
He threw everything but the kitchen sink at this broad, and I was like, fuck yeah. They want equal rights. They just got them. Boom, get an ass whipping like everyone else in these movies. Boom. Boom.
Hey, look.
But I will admit,
hey, look, my man, this is what you and I disagree.
It was set in the world of the Transformers, Corey. I'm not going to lie. It was definitely set in the world of the Transformers.
Yeah.
Where you got like jet planes, flying under freeways and doing all kinds of craziness.
Look, it was every other action film. It was not Die Hard. It was not what Die Hard was signature for. I mean, the only thing it had was Bruce Willis. Other than that, we had action that didn't even match up to the first one. I mean, John McClane.
The first movie is it's a completely different film.
John McClane had his roots in being he went through the same shit every 5 years. I mean, okay, in that world, whatever. But I mean, he was a guy who was about practical action.
Right.
Don't go anything beyond a crazy car chase. But this motherfucker jumped on the back of a jet in this movie. Again, it was a video game.
Yeah.
So
it was.
Now look, if you want to know to answer, let's see. Oh, Jack Ryan from God damn it. Who's the guy that did Rainbow Six and
Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy from the Tom Clancy's character. Jack Ryan could use a reboot.
I wish they would do a reboot. I mean, I wouldn't even mind if they I would love to see all of the like Hunt for Red October.
I don't want them to remake it. I want them to cast a younger actor besides Harrison Ford. I want them to bring somebody in who was sort of like Alec Baldwin from Hunt for Red October.
They did that.
In which one?
With Ben Affleck.
Oh, which one was that?
I don't even remember.
Did he play Jack Ryan?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, fuck that then. No. But we don't know.
I didn't even see that one, but.
In the words of Shia LaBeouf, no. No, we don't need Ben Affleck. We need to bring in somebody else, somebody with a little more edge, somebody with, who can do clean cut, but sort of dirty badassness and deep down inside.
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale is in a Terminator now. We don't need to see no more Christian Bale doing this shit, okay? I love that guy. He's a great actor, but no more of that shit.
You know what? He's the only star right now who I can think that can pull everything you just said, who can pull it off realistically.
No, we need to get some other soccer hooligan from over there who can do an English accent or an American accent.
Obviously, we need to find somebody else.
We need to find another Christian Bale.
We can't put Christian Bale in everything, guys.
No, we cannot do that. Pretty soon, that motherfucker's going to be in a remake of The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Exactly. And all I'm going to think is like, what the hell's Batman doing in a Charlie Brown movie?
It'd be like Christian Bale embodies the darkness of Charlie Brown. I was like, no, fuck that. But no, so I think we could use a reboot of Jack Ryan from the Tom Clancy series. I think
why not the dude from 300, Gerard Butler?
Gerard Butler, yes.
Hey, there you go.
But only if he can do an American accent.
That's true.
But
it seems like all those guys can pull off.
We can't do British accents.
They can do. Yeah,
Boy,
they can do a better English accent than me. They can do standard. Yeah, American.
Those dudes
English.
can get down a Brooklyn accent.
They speak better than I do, for crying out loud.
Exactly.
I'm like, they're from England. Those sons of bitches.
Those motherfuckers do ebonics better than I do.
What?
But man, okay. Now, if you want to know my dream of rebooting a franchise from the 80s. Okay, this is going to sound crazy. Now, this is a dream because I don't think it's possible. Okay. But I would love to see. I had this dream that Eddie Murphy will come in and revive his career by bringing back Axel Foley.
It's happening.
I know it is, but I don't know if they're going to do it right.
I'll tell you right now, no. Because Brett Ratner is attached to direct.
That might as well be Chris Tucker in that movie.
It might as well, dude.
It might as well just have Eddie Murphy. In fact, there's a line of dialogue for Eddie Murphy that says, "Hey, man."
Well, the funny thing is that they agreed to that, but I haven't heard anything about it since. So, I mean,
I heard it was rumored, but I don't know if it's actually going through. And if they look, I have no high hopes for that. That's why I say it's a dream. Because if they can do it right, I would love to see them say, "This is the Axel Foley from the first two movies, and Eddie Murphy's back. And this is great.
Eddie Murphy's back.
He ain't dunking in this movie.
He's been back. We just been trying to forget him, Corey. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I mean by Eddie Murphy is back. Not this other shit we seen.
The old Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live Eddie Murphy. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about Axel Foley, man. I mean, shit, bring him back as Gumby in the next
48 hours.
That dude too.
There you go. Him and Nick Nolte. Hey,
there
you go.
That would be. How cool would that be? An old Nick Nolte, just old and crotchety and worse than ever, just mad as hell. And Eddie Murphy coming in, they have to re-team together against their will.
Exactly.
And Eddie and we get to see Nick Nolte beat the shit out of him at some point.
Exactly.
Reggie, I'm sick of this shit.
I'm tired of picking up these transvestites. I'm sick of you getting all these girls. I'm sick of you getting these Spice Girls pregnant. I can't handle it. We're cops, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Cops.
Get out of the car, Reg. I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. Picking up these transvestites. Yeah.
Well, let me say one thing, Corey, before we end this. Mad Max, dude. I'm sorry, but I know Mel Gibson is crazy.
It's a good one.
But I would fucking kill to see another Mad Max series.
Hey, I'm with you there, my man.
Damn, I am so down for that. I don't want to see I know like it was rumored for a while that they were going to redo the series, which is bring in another guy. But I'm sorry, but I miss Mel Gibson. To me, will always be remembered for Mad Max.
You know what? I heard that too. That they want to restart the series.
I do not want that.
I want to see one more. Speaking of one more with old guys.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson is crazy as fuck. We know he's crazy.
Yes.
That if there's any time,
let him direct the damn movie.
Yeah, because you know it'll be like some
apocalypse.
Crazy shit. Yeah, let him beat the shit out of somebody like Jesus.
Exactly.
I mean, we know Mel Gibson is crazy. There has never been more of a time that he has been Mad Max than now. Cause that motherfucker is mad as hell.
Exactly.
I'm talking about Mad Hatter type crazy.
I want him to get back in that 18-wheeler and just start running over a town. Whatever he has to do to get a glass of water. Who knows what the damn story's about? But just something insane.
And I want him to get another dog.
Yes. I want the dog to come back.
Yeah.
I want that little feral ape boy to come back with the goddamn boomerang. Yeah,
that should be a sidekick.
And Flyboy,
the dude, the skinny dude that rode the chopper.
Yeah, the chopper. Yeah. Oh, that dude. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, partner. Hello, partner. I know where we can get oil.
So let's
no kids, please. No back to Neverland.
No, because that third one, man.
Wait, Beyond none of us will come.
Beyond Thunderdome with Tina Turner.
Yeah.
What was the guy called?
Which one? Master Blaster.
Master Blaster runs by town. They're a unit. They work together. Master Blaster. Tina Turner was in there when she was playing. That's serious.
Now I wish they bring back Master Blaster because he was the best part.
They killed him,
but he was the best part. Not the old man.
You want to bring back the midget?
I want to bring back the midget. He can always find another big dope. Yes, he's like, "Oh, run, Barter Town." Master Blaster runs Barter Town. Louder.
Hey, man, you got the right idea there. We do need another Mad Max. And Mel Gibson needs to be in that shit.
Yes.
I mean, even kill him at the end so he can't come back. But we need one more.
He needs to come back and show people how to fucking do a real apocalyptic film. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, because Mad Max was badass.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. Shit, just talking about it.
George Miller was.
Yeah, George Miller.
Yeah, that dude's badass, man. So,
well, thank God his Justice League didn't happen though.
Oh, that was insane. Yeah. They wanted to do a Justice League movie, and they wanted to do it with what?
Pretty much the cast of the OC.
Exactly, and
with the exception of Common, who. That would have been a pretty cool choice for Green Lantern, but I don't want to see him. Honestly, I don't really need to see that.
No. And as a matter of fact, they were talking that project went to so many bad ideas. They were talking about doing it as a completely CG movie. Yeah. Look, you just finished Batman.
You're right.
Don't nobody want to see no other kind of Batman for a while besides the one we just saw.
Exactly.
So don't fuck it up and by making some other Batman out there.
And if you think I caught hell for replacing Carlisle and a couple of cold ones, you wait until they replace Batman.
Yeah,
some douchebag. You know, it's funny. I regret not putting up a blog about it. I might do it anyway. But they interviewed the guy who was fixing to play Batman, and he started talking some shit about, he's like, well, my Batman would have been, basically he wanted to say my Batman would have been badass. I know Christian Bale's out there, but I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up before you end up like one of those fucking imposter Batmans in goddamn Dark Knight where you got red lipstick all over your face, and you're going to have red lipstick on your ass too, all right?
And hung upside down.
You're going to be hung upside down. We're going to find you with a goddamn dog humping your head, and just Just shut up, man. Just shut the fuck up, all right?
Well, the images that go through your head, man. People think I'm crazy, but okay. Let's go through this other email here from Santos. Santos has this to say, or to ask. He says, has there ever been a movie in which the entire A-list cast is killed off in the first 5 to 10 minutes?
No.
And a group of unknowns take over for the rest of the movie? I can't think of one. Because,
I can.
What?
I want to say Mission Impossible.
Well, not the entire cast, because
not the entire cast,
because they were sort of B-list actors who were following Tom Cruise.
Not Emilio Estevez. You take that back.
Okay, yeah, okay. In your world, Emilio Estevez is an A-list actor in Mission Impossible. Okay, you go ahead and run with that. But no, they did have some names in that movie where you're like, they killed everybody up, but Tom Cruise went on. Mm-hmm. We don't have a movie where the rest of the cast went on, and Hollywood won't do it because.
Oh no, are you kidding me?
What sense does that make?
Yeah, why spend the money on an A-list actor if you're just going to kill him?
Now, I'm thinking that's a great idea, and maybe one day there'll be a project where they'll come in and they'll have all these actors say, this script is genius, I want to make a cameo at the beginning to be killed off, and then you have a bunch of unknowns take off after that. Right. But it's going to be hard to sell a movie like that because people are going to come in to see.
Oh yeah, they want to see those actors. Those A-list actors, they're going to have their goddamn movie. They're going to have their name on the movie poster.
The only movie that I can think of like that's close, is they killed off one person, and it's because they pitched it so well.
Was it Steven Seagal? And executive decision?
No, because everybody else went on after that. Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, because Kurt Russell went on, but Steven Seagal. No, I'm thinking of Scream.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Scream, it only had one person though, and even though we had some other people, like Courtney Cox, whatever from Friends and whatnot, Drew Barrymore, as far as being a movie actress, was probably the biggest name in there. It had on the poster, and when everybody saw her get killed off in the first 5 minutes, they were like, "What?"
Yeah, and that was sort of, didn't that, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't that sort of mark her return to movies? I mean,
I don't know if it marked her return.
I mean, because I want to say that was before the Charlie's Angels films, right?
I think Drew Barrymore had always been a name that was out there.
Right. I mean, everyone,
and honestly, I mean,
everyone knew who she was, yeah.
Everybody everybody thought she was the star because she was on a poster and they pushed her, and nobody saw that coming where they killed her off. So I don't know if that even counts, but that's what I can think of. Yeah. There's something in the back of my mind. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna pull a Sarah Palin and not answer your question, but fill it in with something else.
Some bullshit.
Some bullshit. Because I'm thinking that there's a movie in my head it's the opposite of what you're saying, where you had a big cast and they just killed off the entire cast in the most glorious way.
With the asteroid movie?
No. It's The Wild Bunch, Sam Peckinpah.
Oh yeah, The Wild Bunch, yeah.
1969 Western, man.
Great fucking Western, yes.
William Holden, Ernest Borgnine. Who else was in that movie?
Jesus, don't even make me
but they had a cast of people in there, and at the end of that movie, they pretty much blew all those motherfuckers away.
Yeah, they did.
You remember, like, at the end when they came in, we want Angel, and you thinking they're going to rescue stop people, because you should go watch this movie. It is a great film. Sam Peckinpah, he did Straw Dogs, Shadowland. He was known for being sort of an edgy, violent director. The Wild Bunch is probably his most violent film, and I think that movie, the biggest controversy was about the violence in that movie. And are you looking at the cast?
I'll tell you right now. The cast was William Holden, Ernest Borgnine, Robert Ryan, Edmund O'Brien, Robin Oates. I don't think any of our audience has any clue.
Warren Oates?
Yeah,
I got something to say about that guy after that, but go ahead.
Okay, Jamie Sanchez, Ben Johnson, Emilio Fernandez, Strother Martin, L.Q. Jones.
Okay, you can stop there.
That was a huge cast that was just a huge cast for that film.
Okay, Ben Johnson, Warren Oates, Ernest Borgnine, and William Holden at the time, big stars.
Ernest Borgnine especially.
Yeah. And William Holden was actually a really big star. If you look at him in that movie, you will never recognize him from being in another movie called Sabrina. He was like a romantic lead.
Yeah, that's
in this
right.
movie,
yeah, you're right.
He's like, he's old. I mean, when we're talking about older actors coming in, like before Unforgiven, there was William Holden and The Wild Bunch. And that movie Sam Peckinpah says he made that movie excessively violent as a way of commenting on Vietnam as a way of enticing into audiences and saying, hey, you're looking at this, and at what point do you become disgusted? And it was also to turn the Western on his head. He's like, we saw cowboys and Indians, and it was all heroic. Right. He's like, not this fucking movie.
Yeah, in that movie, there were no good guys.
No, because those guys were robbers.
Yeah.
The Wild Bunch, the movie opens up with them being robbers, and then they have to go over to Mexico to escape, and they have to kill. You remember that scene where they had to kill one of their guys because the guy's like wounded?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'm blind, I can't see. He's like, has this really disgusting injury, and Will Holden just, like, he falls. It's such a sad scene. People, I might ruin this for you. If you don't know anything about the movie, then stop listening. But I'm gonna talk about it. And even if you listen to me, go rent this fucking movie, man. It's great. That guy that's injured falls on the ground. He's like, I'm blind. I can't see. You think they're gonna help him? William Holden pulls out his gun, like, bam. And he's like, let's keep moving.
Yeah, and it was desperate times back then. Called for desperate measures, Corey. Yeah, I mean. Please go. I mean, I don't even want to talk about the movie just because it's going to be a real treat for you guys out there who, honestly, if you care a little about Westerns, that is honestly the one watch. Do yourself a favor. Yeah. Rent all the Sergio Leone films with Clint Eastwood and rent The Wild Bunch. Yeah. I mean, that one will kick you in your ass. And you're gonna be pissed off that they're not making movies like that.
Oh man, anymore, no. As far that as movie was made in 1969. 1969, and that movie is still brutal.
I'm sure if they released that film, I mean, it would probably catch some shit. I mean, if let's just say we plucked that movie out from the past, nobody had ever seen it, and we tried to put it in the cinemas today. I mean, I'm almost positive like there'd be a little controversy to it, just how just brutal it is.
Oh yeah, people would, if nothing else, people would say you just got to brace yourself before you go. And like I said, 69, man, and that movie still holds up today. So. Yeah, that's one movie where they kill off the cast, and like I said, that they killed off that cast in like probably the best way possible. So everybody that you said that we named like as being the heroes of this movie, gone.
I love how we just like ruined that.
Well, I mean, everybody kind of knows.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old film. You shouldn't. If you haven't seen it, that's your fault.
I mean, but that's one of the things I tell you. If you can't hear about the Wild Bunch without saying we want Angel, and then at the end everybody gets blown away. You just have to. I mean, it's such a great movie though. We're not ruining it for you, so just watch it. Man, I got an email here.
What you got, Corey? What you got?
Got an email here.
Flowing. Come on.
From a guy named Andre. Andres. I'm going to say Andre because I'm going to guess that the S is silent at the end of his name. Okay. I'm going to try and read as much as I can here because I said something about Jurassic Park that he did set this guy off.
I see where this is going. Okay.
And I'm going to explain my points here, okay? All right. He says, I've got to tell you, Corey, reaction to you saying you like Jurassic Park 3 over 2 is the same reaction I got when Leon said he liked Spider-Man 3 over 2. Jurassic Park 3 sucked. I'm sorry, dude. Let me go on and read some more. Like it's hurt my feelings. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't make the fucking movie.
I love that.
Something you should know, though, is that I used to agree with you. When I was 11 and first saw Jurassic Park 3, I thought it was freaking awesome. Then I turned 18, did what you told me to do, and I went back and watched the Jurassic Park movies. And that's when I told myself, wow, part 2 is actually pretty good. Part 3 is some old bullshit. All right, now here's the part I really want to address here. It's a long paragraph, but let me read it. I know even though you loved the first one, you criticized it by saying the story was bad. This is really offensive to me because you're criticizing the story. I mean, the whole reason why it is so incredible and why it is a cult classic. A lot of points need to touch it, man. That was one of Spielberg's greatest stories on the level of campfire stories such as Jaws and E.T. I mean, come on. Taking preserved dino DNA out of fossilized mosquitoes to clone dinosaurs. Genius, genius, genius! Those are his words right there. A lot of exclamation points.
Calm down.
This is science fiction gold. How could you consider this a bad story? The story only evolves with espionage, the adaptations of the dinosaurs' ability to breed. God, I'm geeking out just talking about it.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
he's
telling me to go back and watch Jurassic. Okay,
he has his mind set
okay,
up.
First of all, let me tell you something. First and foremost, you described Jurassic Park, the first movie, as a cult classic.
Yeah.
That movie is not a cult classic. The movie is one of a major money maker and a blockbuster.
Yes,
that movie is not by any means
look up cult classic, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me say this, Corey, right off the bat. Mm-hmm. This guy fucked up by saying Jurassic Park 2 was good. I'm sorry, but that movie was a piece of shit. All right, that movie took everything that was good about the first one and just made it ridiculous.
Yeah,
it pulled a Star Wars prequel on me. At least.
Man,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm seeing a little girl doing gymnastics, fighting off dinosaurs, I'm sorry, but
thank you. That was one of my points because I was going to go through point by point some of the things I did not like about the film.
That chick was doing Jim Cotta, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was. That movie is insanely bad, especially for Spielberg, and I got a reason why I think it was that bad. Look, the first movie, you say how great the story is. You say it's genius. That's based on a novel by Michael Crichton. He did not write that story.
Right.
Okay. And I would suggest you go read the novel. Now, Jurassic Park, I love. It's a defining moment in my life. But compared to the book, that book is so dark. And Steven Spielberg took it and he kind of made it what he does for Spielberg. He made a blockbuster that could appeal to anybody, which I understand.
Yeah.
Kids love dinosaurs. That book was so dark that he had to tone some of it down. Right. As a matter of fact, Richard Attenborough's character, who plays the scientist in the movie, he dies in that book.
Right.
He dies in a horrible way. The way that I forgot the actor's name is the Australian guy who dies by the little dinosaurs in the second book. That's how he dies in the first book. Richard Attenborough's character. But the only thing I didn't like about the movie is that if you look at it, you're awestruck by the dinosaurs. But really, and historical scenes in that movie, the dinosaur walking, the water vibrating, the eye coming down to the window. I'm not talking shit about this movie. That is a great movie, but the story in certain parts a little over cute.
Yeah,
it's not that good.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mean, and with that type of movie, yeah, it's supposed to be magical because we're seeing dinosaurs for the first time, and we're gonna get distracted if all this dark shit starts coming in. People get torn apart. It's not gonna be a Spielberg film anymore. It's gonna be something else. And I won't even dare say it'll be Jaws. I mean, but you know what? I prefer Jaws over Jurassic Park.
If you want to take just the total tone of the film, Jaws has no kids in there to distract you. Jaws has no overtly magical moments. And granted, with dinosaurs, we needed that in Jurassic Park. Look, Jurassic Park is the first movie where they majorly used 3G, CG. I want to say 3G, like the 3G iPhone. Where they use CG and especially to the effectiveness of making organic things look real. Yeah. That's still a landmark film.
I mean, it made George Lucas cry, and that's the film that said, "Okay, I can do these new Star Wars prequels." Yeah. Unfortunately,
he apparently not.
I wish he never saw. I wish he was sick that day.
His movies made me cry. But something? The first time I saw a dinosaur in Jurassic Park, I cried. I mean, I grew up as a kid loving dinosaurs, and I was like,
"Pussy."
Wow, hey man, I am. That's me.
Damn, cool.
But I was just like,
they're not real.
I was like, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs aren't real, kid.
But, man, come on, I was a kid, man. But I'm looking at this movie and I'm thinking this is a great film. But listen. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that the movie has these cute moments with these kids that were kind of crowbarred into the film.
Right.
Go back and read that novel, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to say the movie's bad.
No, it's not
bad. By any means at all. I saw the movie 5 times when it came out in the theater, and I would still defend the movie today, saying it's one of the greatest movies out there because it is a landmark film.
It is.
Not story-wise necessarily, but...
It's all a matter of taste, man.
It is. And let's take that into consideration too. Yeah. Now, you want to know why I said Jurassic Park 2 is a worse film than Jurassic Park 3? Let's take, for example, how rushed this movie felt when they tried to just bring in people from the first film,
right? And
just to show you that they were there, and then get them out the picture. Richard Attenborough's scene,
and then we're stuck with what's his name?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Yes.
Well, at the beginning of the movie, we know we're not getting Sam Neill back. Right. We know we're not getting Laura, whatever her name is, back. I forgot her name. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about, the chick in the first movie. We know we're not getting her back. Laura Dern. Yeah, we're not getting Laura Dern back. But they bring those kids back in Richard Attenborough. We know we're not going to get them for a long time because Spielberg the story's just not written that well. So Richard Attenborough makes a cameo, and those kids... Watch that movie. The director's so bad. They don't get a word of dialogue, and they're shot together like they have to like they're tied at the ankle because they have to fit in every shot. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, that's really awkward. Okay, so you let that go. All right, let's take the scene where the girl does the things with gymnastics.
Gymkata.
Yeah. She's like trying to get away from a velociraptor by doing gymnastics. And it's like, okay, that is such a badly written scene because they set it up. They give you foreshadowing. Like, how's your gymnastics class? I'm doing well, so I can escape from dinosaurs. It's like, come on, man. But let's get to the real ridiculous shit in this. We have a separate story at the beginning, which is kind of cheesy, but it's passable. But then once that dinosaur hits, what is it, San Diego? Is it?
Oh yeah, where the T-Rex,
the ship comes in.
Yeah, comes in and he's running around, and it looked more like a town than any city. It looked like a small town.
For some reason, Spielberg wants to make this a parody. Yeah. The ship hits the dock. Mm-hmm. First of all, there's nobody driving the ship. There's a hand hanging onto the wheel.
Yeah, that's
like, right. Who drove this ship into the dock? And then and second of all, the T-Rex is locked in a cage. So how did everybody die if the T-Rex was locked in the back of this compartment, which all of a sudden opens up when they get to this dock and he breaks free? Now, when he breaks free, that last part is so rushed because they just go in there, terrorize the city for a little bit, and it's all wrapped up. In the middle of that scene, we get a scene where he actually chases some Japanese guys down the street, which is supposed to be
Godzilla!
It's supposed to be a throwback to Godzilla. And I'm like, that is the worst parody I've ever seen.
I'm actually shocked that you remember so much because that movie was just so not memorable for me. I don't remember a goddamn thing from it except the Jim Cotta and the T-Rex running through
and the whole thing with them trying to protect the baby T-Rex so that the mother could get it back and then taking the dinosaur back. That last part, do you know how much of because they pitch it as the dinosaurs come to civilization. Yeah. It's one little part in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even that good. And they wrap it up so quick. There's no real devastation. There's no real panic.
Well, how did they wrap it up? I mean, they
end up taking it back to Jurassic Park with the baby, and everything's okay.
I just remember them like all running in the helicopter, and that's where I kind of tuned out.
And then the little baby, I think the little baby somehow alerts the mother, or the baby itself kind of kills the evil guy in the movie, the one who wants to exploit the dinosaurs. Spielberg was filming Schindler's List at the same time.
Yes.
And Schindler's List was obviously his priority.
Oh, yeah.
Jurassic Park 2 was meant to just get out there and make a little money.
He phoned it in.
That's the perfect term right there.
Yes. And that's and that's Spielberg's biggest goddamn problem. He did the same thing with War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
He filmed that with Munich, and obviously
he was working on Munich.
His heart was in Munich, obviously, because War of the Worlds just... I'm like, dude, this is supposed to be a huge event. I mean, I thought that, for me, that was like Spielberg's return to sci-fi, and I was expecting something like just incredible, and when I saw it, I was like, that's all I get. This movie is called War of the Worlds, right?
Yeah.
And it's a personal story about fucking Tom Cruise hanging out with his goddamn kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
As a matter of fact, a director named George Powell, George Powell, who did these really cool animated shorts called George Powell Puppetoons. Mm-hmm. He directed. He was kind of the Spielberg of his day.
Oh yeah,
look up George Powell. He did a movie with Houston. No, not Houston, but what's the guy Moses that just died? Why am I having such a hard name saying these names?
Charlton Heston. Yeah, Charlton Heston.
He did it called it was a movie where the Naked Jungle about ants taking over the jungle, and he has to fight them. A lot of forgotten movies this guy did. He did that. He did
When Worlds Collide.
And no, I don't know if he did that or not, but he produced, or maybe he directed, but he did War of the Worlds. As a matter of fact, there was a rivalry between him and Disney on what they would direct. They made a gentleman's agreement. Disney agreed to go off and direct 20,000 Leagues Underneath the Sea, and George Powell went off to direct War of the Worlds. So there's a possibility that Walt Disney might have directed a version of War of the Worlds, but George Powell took it, and that version of War of the Worlds actually held up a whole lot better.
Oh no, that's still a great film.
You see it on TV sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's a great film. I mean, it's better than Spielberg's. To be honest,
it's way better. And go and keep in mind that this guy was an animator too. Go and check out some George Powell Puppetoons. He actually did stop motion with sort of like what they did with The Night Before Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas, where he made these puppets out of wood, and so he had to carve out different heads for all these.
And Corey, don't forget he directed one of my favorite classics, The Time Machine.
That's right. He did do The Time Machine.
Mm-hmm. I love that movie. Yes.
Yeah, he did do The Time Machine. So yeah, George Powell, man, did a much better job. And check out his Puppetoons and check out War of the Worlds. But yeah, Spielberg had done that at the time, and it didn't hold up as well as his movie.
Oh no.
As a matter of fact, as far as I know, the original story of War of the Worlds that I would like to see done took place in Victorian times.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But
it would be cool to see that.
It would be cool. It'd be. It'd be interesting.
It'd be cool to see somebody.
I like to see it done.
But think about Victorian age technology going up against space age technology.
That would be pretty interesting. I know it would be expensive as hell to try to make a film like that. But still, it still makes me really pissed off, like the potential that War of the Worlds had, especially with Spielberg behind it. I mean, because honestly, if you still ask me today, if that version was never made, who would you get to direct War of the Worlds? I would still say Steven Spielberg. But
only if he wasn't
doing anything else. Yes, if he didn't have any other projects he was directing,
and they could actually do that right. Yeah. And not to say that there weren't some really good scenes in War of the Worlds.
No, there's some pretty cool scenes in there.
Like
but
when they were escaping, and they're going around the car. And
the ferry scene. I mean, the ferry scene was incredible. Yeah. I mean, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" But as soon as that scene's over, then you're dealing. As soon as they get in that house,
they spend so much
he runs into Tim Robbins. I mean, it turned into something else, and I was like, okay.
That's a big part of the original story, but still,
it just wasn't done right, and honestly, it just. There's something went wrong at that point, and I just didn't care anymore.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, man. I agree with you. Now, to answer your question, the reason why I think that Jurassic Park 3 is better.
Oh, we're finally answering this.
Yeah, exactly. We finally
Jesus Christ.
After giving you a history lesson. But listen, the reason why Jurassic Park, because it's a real simple answer. Yeah. The reason why Jurassic Park 3 is better. Look, it's not that great of a movie, but it doesn't have a whole lot of stupid shit in it.
No, not at all.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, the movie gets straight to the point.
Exactly.
You want to see dinosaurs go after people,
chasing people, eating them, and their whole goal is to escape. That's exactly.
Get straight. We don't get stupid scenes like that boat scene. There weren't any stupid cameos, and there just weren't as many dumb scenes that not only were dumb, but they were just there to be filler.
Right.
I mean, that movie is the only thing that was bad about it is that they had another kid, and they're talking about doing another Jurassic Park. Cut the kid shit, okay?
Exactly, yeah.
Let's do something else.
Enough of the kids, but unfortunately, as much as I love saying that, Hollywood, and I
know.
guarantee you they're going to throw in like fucking 4 kids and a midget.
A midget was supposed to be a kid.
The midget part would be awesome.